Well, here we are. Audio issues sorted, hopefully, at the I-51 Asus ROG DotA 2 Cup.
Yep.
Once again, I'm DotA, and I'm with Pyrian Flex.
Hello. And this is the first best of 3 of the tournament, I think. Certainly the first one that we've cast. And it's a grudge match, I think it's safe to say. You could call it a grudge match. You could say these two teams have played each other a fair number of times.
Yeah.
There has been some trash talked between the two teams, I would say. It would be safe to assume. I know that we've got Dwayne the John Rockson, the reigning champions of Epic. And who won the I-50?
Infused?
Okay. Yeah, that was Infused.
That was Infused against Reason, wasn't it? When Reason were a bit wobbly, had some roster changes, but I can't take anything away from Infused. They've progressed so well over the past year.
But I think that Dwayne the John Rockson, when they won Epic Land, they had a few players who are not with them today. So we'll have to see how they do against Reason Gaming without Bisa and what was the other chap's name? Supercell, who were OP players, I'd say. Having said that, Rhyme, Tom, Photo, Mute, and Wish I Went to LAN. I don't know who that guy is.
That's Whelp.
Okay, that's Whelp with a crazy name. That is, of course, Whelp. So that is still a very good team, I think.
Yeah.
So,
and they've played together before. Like this iteration of Water Stack or Rhyme Stack or Dwayne the John Rockson, whatever you want to call their team. This goes back to Water Stack 6 or 7 months ago when Tom, Rhyme, Whelp and Faudor used to play together.
Yeah.
Mute wasn't with them. They had Jack.
Right. Jack, who was at one time Reason Gaming. This is about nearly 2 years ago. So, yeah, the UK scene is kind of incestuous, I'd say, because there is a certain lack of players that play at LANs and things, which is a shame. We need more players, more teams.
When I was sitting behind Reason last night, Dwayne the John Rockson was sitting behind them watching as well, seeing how they were going.
Yeah.
And Ryan was saying whenever he's unsure about a game, or if he feels like the game could be lost or could be hard, he picks Naga mid. So obviously he wants to win this first game of the best of 3 just to settle their nerves. Yeah,
you want to get that first one under your belt. And also you've got to figure that if, as you say, he was sat behind Reason, and Reason weren't happy with the way they were playing yesterday, maybe he's thinking, we'll win the first one, we'll unsettle them, and we'll win the second. Well, and they've gone for Wraith King. Now, I wonder if they're going to do the Wraith King build that I think it's safe to say is my favorite new Wraith King build. I'm not going to say in case it gets out, but we'll see what build they go for.
I'm curious now. What is this build?
I'll tell you. I'll see what items they go for, and if he goes from, then you'll see, and I'll confirm or deny, but I'm not going to say.
Blink refresher.
I'm not no,
Blink refresher.
No, I've been sworn to secrecy.
Blink refresher.
It's not. It is not Blink refresher. It is as far.
It's such a good build.
It is as far from Blink refresher as you could hope for it to ever be.
Such a good build.
I promise you.
Because you jump in, you stun someone, they all kill you, and then you die, and then you've got refresh, and you're like, I can die again.
I don't like that build compared to my build.
Your build,
which it's not my build.
Trademark
may have given it to me, but we'll see. Wraith King, so Nagasiren mid, Batrider off, Dazzle Wraith King
supports.
That's like 1,000,000 lives. He's like Mario. If he gets the Aegis, you've got Aegis, you've got Wraith King ult, you've got Shallow Grave, and you've got even Nagasiren Song Lycan making it through. So yeah, this Wraith King is going to be extremely, extremely hard to kill. The old croissant face himself.
Sorry, what?
Look at his beard.
Okay. Yeah, it is a bit sort of curled inwards at the bottom, isn't it?
Yeah. Earthshaker, one of my favourite heroes. I guess Dread will be the Venge here, I assume, or maybe he'll be the Earthshaker. We'll have to wait and see.
I think Khan will be the Venge and Dread Earthshaker.
Okay.
And Antab on the Storm Spirit.
Yep, Dread's the Earthshaker. There you go. I play with Dread a lot. As I think Durka, you probably play with him quite a bit as well.
From time to time.
But yeah, I play with Dread whenever he's not scrimming and he's around. We try and get a game. He's a lovely guy. So let me just turn off this. Okay. And the first game of this best of 3 in the semi-final. The winner of this goes through to the winner bracket, I guess. Is that right? And then the loser goes down to the loser bracket and plays the loser of the other semi-final. And then they would play the loser of the winner bracket.
The winner of this goes to play against the winner of Infused versus Rasta. And then that's the upper bracket final. Then the winner of that goes to the grand final.
Yeah.
So the loser of
But the
this
loser of that
goes
plays
down
the winner of the loser bracket final between the loser of this and the loser of the other semi-final.
I didn't understand the word you just
said. Get it. I know exactly what I'm saying.
Standard.
Basically, if you lose this game, you get another game and then another
30
game,
seconds
don't
to
you?
battle.
Like if you lose this game, you get another chance to get to the final.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. But if you win this game, you get a.
Because right
you
now,
have to win another game to get to the
yeah,
final.
right now in the lower bracket, there's Great British Pounding against Fast and Fury, and the winner
Yeah.
of that will play against the loser of Infused Rasta,
Yeah.
and then the loser of this game, Dwayne the John Rockson against Reason.
We need let's do it with a diagram here. Let's find an open patch of ground. Here. Okay. So you've got
Oh god.
this Reason against the Rock. The winner of that goes through to there. The loser drops down to here. Here's the other semi-final. The loser plays these guys. These winners play each other. The winner goes through to the grand final. The loser plays the winner of the playoff between those other two teams that lost, and then they go through to the grand final, and there's a final.
And there's a giraffe.
Yeah, and there's a giraffe. So, checking out the lanes. You got Centaur here, but with an Earthshaker waiting in the wings. I wonder if he's not going to do.
Yes, he's going to pull to Ancients.
Oh my goodness me. He's bought 3 clarities and he's going to do the ancient pull. Those April the 1st patch notes, I believed the bit that said ancients no longer aggro lane creeps. Like that
Really?
would, yeah, because I thought actually that would be kind of cool because that would stop a lot of
Shenanigans.
shenanigans indeed. But would that then mean that you couldn't pull with things like Helm of the Dom? There would have to be some change so that...
That'd be a neutral. That'd be sort of a hero-controlled neutral creep rather than a lane creep. So.
Right, yeah. Because here we go, he is going to pull these creeps right into these ancients, and that is going to deny an awful lot of XP to, well, and it's an entire wave, basically. Let's see how long they can keep this up for. So just to remember, you stand there. He doesn't have enough mana for Fisher, so every other wave, basically, he's going to block. Or
But
do they just do it occasionally?
Look what Dwayne the John Rockson are doing. They've single pulled, so they've got 2 waves of creeps coming now. I'm not sure why Faudal is denying that, because once Lycan hits level 2, gets the walls, they've got Howl, they can demolish this
Push the
tier
tower,
1.
yeah.
If Dread keeps doing this, they can get an easy tier 1.
Yeah, they can. It doesn't work so well against Lycan, does it?
No.
And maybe that's why they've abandoned it. But that's clever. I mean, that's your experience right there. We'll just single pull, and we'll get a nice big stack of creeps, and we'll go straight up here. Howl, wolves, and we'll push a tower. So in fact, this is really not working out.
Oh
Central
no, the
being trapped
Fisher!
by the Fisher! Oh, disaster! Tom drawing first blood.
Oh dear.
Prizes for Blue Eagle, Enzi, and Reflesso. That could not have gone worse, and they could possibly lose this tower too.
Easy tower. They've got 2 range creeps, a wave and a half of melee creeps. They've got the aura from Skeleton King. They've got Howl. It's absolutely ridiculous. Dread made a massive misplay here.
Yeah, this was a
Underestimating this
bad
tri-lane.
mistake. I mean, this was about the worst actual 3 you could try this against. Oh my goodness. Well, what kind of seemed like a good idea has now become an absolute disaster.
The first one was okay. The second one, blocking Centaur
Yeah,
closer to the enemy as well as allowing them to push that tower, was not okay.
but as you point out, I mean, all they've got to do then is just like, okay, well now our creeps get to push your tower for free, and that's exactly what Lycan wants to do. It's playing into his hands. Oh my goodness, let's see if Reason can recover from this. They give up first blood, they give up a tower in about 2 minutes, and now they're going to get smoke ganked around the back. If Earthshaker wanders into the wrong place here, they should go on him. Here comes Wraith King, and no.
Cancels the stun.
Yeah, cancels it. Instead, they're just going to get a quick tier 2. Let's just push.
Well, Batrider's now farming the jungle. He's given up on his top lane. Grona's on the Mirana. Not a great mid or late game carry, really. Going to have to rely on early game rotations to try and take down this Naga. And this Naga already bottle. Going to be bottle crowing, has Quelling Blade. That Radiance is going to come out really soon.
Yeah. Well, Grona's has got reasonable farm on the Mirana. That is a fancy little haircut for that Mirana. What is that? Starlight Band, uncommon headpiece. Oh, her hair's all tied behind. I thought she'd cut it short.
But
Never mind.
what do you do as a Mirana against heroes like Lycan and Naga? Because that's who you're trying to carry against.
Right.
You can try and kill Dazzle, you can try and kill Batrider, but they've got so much teamfight sustainability, so many abilities to lock you down as a Mirana with your low HP pool. It's going to be so difficult.
Yeah.
And Storm as well is in the same boat. He's got lots of magic damage, scales decently, but isn't a late game carry.
And Dread is persisting with the pulling of the creeps to the Ancients, which I really don't understand. I really do not understand this move at this stage, because all they're doing is pulling their own creeps through. So this lane is now, free of any kind of farm, and they've lost a tower. It's not looking safe. Poor Centaurs, level 3. He doesn't have boots yet.
He's got 700 gold, so it's not too bad. And I think that final one, the final pull, was to try and hold the lane back as far as possible for Sense.
Storm Spirit's chasing down the Naga Siren, but she does have a decent chance to get away. Doesn't have any bottle charges, but nice fat antab, so he's going to push down. Well, he's not going to push mid at all, actually, but he's going to push her back to base. Mirana, sitting on nearly 1,000 gold. What item do you get here?
As Mirana?
Yeah. Given that you've got to play catch-up Dota.
You go phase drums, and I don't know what next, because you can go Manta style, but that's not going to give you enough damage output to kill people. You can go Diffusal Blade, which would be okay against heroes like Wraith King and Lycan.
Yeah, that would be big against Wraith King, actually. They've got decent team fight with the Stampede. You can get Earthshaker in there. He doesn't necessarily have to blink. He can Stampede in an Echo Slam. They've got good stuns. They've got good gank potential with the Storm Spirit, with Mirana ult, so there is potential there. But the Rock have really, really good pick-off with Batrider and good push. And if you engage on them, they can just sing and walk away.
And Lycan's making a Midas.
Yeah.
So he knows that they've got the early and mid-game secured almost with
there you go. He's got
lead.
it. He's got it practically. He's got the recipes on its way. And yeah, he's going to get the glove any second. And why not press the advantage? I like that. I do like that. Still only level 4, because although they have pushed, they haven't really had much farm. He's only got 19 last hits, actually. Sending in the Wolves now. At this point, Dread, he's level 4, doesn't have boots. He has the money for boots. I think they might need to get some boots on him, and he could maybe even go roaming and try and get a kill. They need to kill Rhyme, I think.
Well, they're leading experience-wise reason because of the way their lanes are set up. They've
also because of the deny, because so many creeps have been denied. Even with the tower, they have got an XP lead there.
And Mirana's been on solo lane while Khan stacks and pulls, so both heroes there are getting experience. But the gold lead, and now Tom has a Midas. Wraith King, Batrider, and Faudal on that Dazzle have all been in the jungle pretty much.
Yeah.
So that's going to allow them to catch up relatively quickly.
Yeah. This is going to be interesting. I think depending on how Reason can maintain some kind of an advantage, the XP advantage, if you look at it, is actually tipping back in favor of the Rock. And they've got a 2,000 gold lead as well. I think the first big team fight is going to tell us what we need to know about how this game is going. But at the moment, I think the Rock are doing a bit better. There was a bit of a misplay early on from Reason, giving up the first blood. And Lycan, if he can get big and snowball, then you're in all kinds of trouble.
Well, he doesn't need too much. You can shut him down in the early game, and he comes back 10 minutes later and takes your tier 2s, tier 3s without, blinking an eye.
Yeah.
But with a Midas, and with a good early lead, he's going to have Vlads very soon, then Necro. He's going to be taking Roche, and you can't really stop him.
Well, look at them spreading this XP and farm around in the jungle, Bat and Dazzle, punching down these golems. They know that he can't burn them down, but that's good. That's good. And the smoke gank here, they're going to say, look, the timing is right. The next wave of creeps should be pushing up soon. If Dread is still going to be doing the Ancients thing, we can walk around the back, or we can just walk around the back and look how far pushed up they are.
Dread has no mana.
Yeah, Dread hasn't got any mana. Centaur is level 5. He doesn't have his ult. There goes the stun. Dread will be in all kinds of trouble. TP coming in, actually. Oh, the stun. There's a stomp from Centaur, just managing to stun the Wraith King. Do they have Shallow Grave? Yes, they do. They're going to be able to walk away. Mirana ult as well. So they killed Dread, but didn't get any worse from them. Tom is stuck in the woods with the creeps, but he's able to axe his way out, and he will walk away.
Tom. There we go.
Yeah. Midas will cool down. God, that's the worst thing. Whenever I'm streaming and I've got Midas. Midas!
Midas!
Oh my god! It's totally inefficient for these reasons. To leave it on cooldown. God, it's only 5 seconds, guys. Calm down.
Yeah, but that's 5 seconds.
That is 5 seconds.
That's actually 5 seconds.
That is 5 seconds. Good point.
How dare you not think 5 seconds is 5 seconds?
Jeez. Wraith King only has brown boots and 300 gold. Hasn't got much moolah. In fact, he's only got 4 last hits, so this is more of a kind of a support Wraith King. Interesting. That's not the build I go for. I go for the, well, I'm not going to say.
You're not going to say.
I'm not going to say. No. I would love to get it known as the P-Flex build, but I don't think it is. I can't claim it. It was given to me as a gift.
Passed down.
Yeah. We might see it at some point today, that's all I'm saying.
Okay. I'll be waiting
Radiant's
and
middle
watching.
tower is under attack.
Now Mirana going towards drums, it looks like, after those phase boots, so definitely going for more mid-game build, get the movement speed and attack damage up as quickly as possible with those efficient sort of incremental items, not going for anything big too early. But when you're going up against a Midas Lycan, you're going up against Batrider, who has Blink and 100 gold. He's been jungling on and off. And Antab, 1500 gold in the bank, hasn't gone for treads, might go for an early Orchid as quickly as possible.
Indeed. Apparently we're very loud in-game, which is typical, but I don't know how to fix that. And things are working well enough. If we're loud in-game, just go to the in-game audio options and turn down voice.
Please.
I apologize, but we do not want to have to touch these buttons any more than we absolutely have to. There are a million of them, and I'm terrified of pushing the wrong one. So sorry about that. Maybe someone can have a look this evening before we cast tomorrow, but who knows. For the grand final and everything, we'll be on the stage anyway, so someone else will be taking care of all that kind of crap.
Hopefully. It won't be us.
No, it will not be us. Hopefully never again.
Let's take a look at net worth. 5,000 on the Naga. How close is she to that relic? 1,200 gold. Picks up an Invis rune as well. Been farming the jungle pretty efficiently, sending illusions in here, using Riptide, getting that gold flowing. Invis at mid lane now, and Antab has to be a little bit careful because he doesn't know where the supports are, but they are sitting behind the Batrider, who has Blink. Oh, he's going to buy Blink now at the side shop.
Antab has caught Rhyme here. Down goes the Fisher as well, but he's just going to sing and walk away, and this is the problem. This is the problem they're going to have.
You expend so much mana.
Yeah, Rhyme's just like, cool, peace, see you guys.
And then he goes back into the jungle to farm.
Indeed.
He doesn't need space on the lane.
Oh, Centaur.
Stampede,
There's a Stampede, it's the runner, it's an escaper. Venge in trouble though.
They can catch
Stun. There it is. Moonlight Shadow. Do they have vision?
They use dust.
Oh, they
Dazzle
dusted.
had a dust,
Okay,
yeah.
they dusted.
And Lycan goes down the bot lane. So that wasn't just to escape for the Venge. The Centaur went in on Lycan.
Went in on Lycan and got a kill. Nice.
But Lycan not using his ultimate, so I'm not sure what happened there. And Antab, he came up to this top lane, finding a kill on the Wraith King. So that's a nice 2-for-0 exchange.
Yeah. And that's back to 3-2. Now still in the favour of the Rock, but Reason picking up their first 2 kills of the game, and there is a blink on Centaur, and that's good for them.
After that pretty bad start, that's a great pickup.
That is great. 11.5 minutes, he's got his Blink Dagger.
Exactly the same time as Mute on that backbone. Let's see how these two clash. Blink into Blink.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Mid, the tier 1 in trouble here. Rhyme with that bottle and 3,000 gold.
Dire's middle tower.
What does he get? A Radiance or something?
Yeah, he goes straight Radiance.
And he's going to have it pretty quickly. I mean, that push that they're going to have, Lycan, Dazzle heals, Wraith King Aura, Nagasiren Radiance. She doesn't even have a single level in Ensnare, so this is a pure, I just want to kill things that are not going to run away.
Well, it's not even that. It's I want to survive while farming 3 places at once.
Yeah.
She's just sending illusions between these 2 camps over and over again, having them stacked maybe once or twice, sending illusions behind the tier 1 tower to use Riptide in 3 places at once and farm up that way. So, like I was saying, when they caught her out at mid and expended a lot of time and mana casting spells on her, using Song and escaping from that, Rhyme lost nothing. He lost maybe 2 creeps on lane, but he makes it up by farming, 10 creeps in the jungle.
What's he doing here? He's kind of... Rather than... He didn't pick up the haste rune.
That's odd. He's waiting for Mirror Image to come off cooldown, use that, and then push this lane out. So Riptide.
I'm kind of confused about why he didn't pick it up.
He wants to take the tier 1 before going for it. He knows that it's not in danger of being picked up by Reason. Oh, he's still not picking it up now. Did he not see it?
No, he walked around it 3 times. He must have seen it.
Very odd.
I mean, I don't know if he's leaving it for someone else, but they're not going to get it.
He might get it on his way up to the secret... No, he sent the courier to get the relic, so I have no idea.
I honestly think he just must have missed it. Or he meant to pick it up and just thought, well, look, never mind. I mean, he's got full everything. Now someone can get it.
Now there's vision on it. He definitely knows it's there.
Oh, well. I'm sure he has his reasons.
Centaur's bought that blink, but hasn't moved anywhere with it. Antab got caught out on top lane by the rotation from the Rock supports. Where's Dread?
Wraith King has 3 levels of his Q. He hasn't taken any of the Vampiric Aura, actually, so that's not part of it. He's just gone the classic Leoric build.
Stun stats.
From days of yore, when he just basically becomes an unkillable sort of, stunning, running around machine.
It's basically because he wants to try and get 2 or 3 stuns off in a fight, and unless you go stats, it's not possible without, going Soul Ring or something unusual that way.
Tower has been denied.
I know. I wouldn't even say Soul Ring on him is that unusual. It gives you things you need. Gives you free mana. It can be clutch in a fight to pop that. Gives you just enough for your ult.
In
oh,
pub-
Lycan. There's the stomp. And there's the lasso. This should be a dead Lycan.
Yeah.
Slam.
Like in pubs, yeah, it's not that unusual, but in competitive gaming, people don't go for it because it's a lot of gold. It's 800 gold for an item. Finding Grun Bomb. Grun is going to go down
Comes
here.
the charge.
Can't move away. These
What can they
stuns.
do here? Dread Knight with the slam. Oh, great damage. Oh my goodness. Ante with a double kill. There's the song from Rhyme. They're able to walk away. They do kill Marana by TPing right back in his Dazzle. They're going to try and turn this around. Here comes the Dazzle out on top. No, they're going to catch Dread. There's the ensnare. There's the Flame Break. Will take out the Venge. They're going to go on Dread now. What can he do? Well, he dies as well. Mute with a double kill.
Great turnaround.
Yeah, absolutely perfect. Rhyme just singing, allowing the buyback, TP back in. Hey, let's get amongst this, and they get the tower. So what looked like a good fight for Reason turned into, in fact, a lost fight, 3 dead, and a lost tower.
The worst thing is that was exactly enough gold for Naga to get Radiance.
Oh dear.
So that's Radiance TP finished. Boots of Travel probably going to come up next.
Oh,
The split
man.
push will commence.
Yeah, this is going to be very, very tough now for Reason. But the Rock showing, I think, a couple of classy turns at big points in the game, and just not panicking, knowing exactly what to do. That early game, the response to the Earthshaker Centaur bot lane was perfect. Well
And
played.
Tom, even though he's died twice, he's got Vlad's, and that Midas is helping him build up towards the next item every time he dies.
Yeah, yeah. It's just pressing the advantage. I mean, now look at the push they've got with Naga and Lycan. What can they really do against this? It's going to be really, really, really tough. Because the thing is, if you try and come at them for a team fight, you've got stuns from the Wraith King, you've got the armor reduction from Dazzle, and Batrider's going to pick somebody off. And you're going to have to start the fight like that. That's the one thing about Stampede is everybody knows it's coming. And Rhyme just has to match song, and that's it.
Well, yeah, once the Rocks start doing this split push where they have Lycan on one lane, Naga Illusions on another, and then they have Bat, Wraith King, Dazzle sitting behind one of the cores, Reason is going to have a really difficult time picking someone off because, oh, here we go, Batrider finds Antab, a nice Centaur blink stomp after the Fisher swap as well, putting Mute behind Reason, Stampede to escape. Get out!
The old hit and run. Run, guys! And the Murano as well.
That was ideal. The only thing was it was Mute who initiated on that and gave Reason a kill.
But also they had to use 3 ults.
Yep.
So, yeah, not ideal. Actually, sorry, wait, no, the Stampede and the Murano up there. Oh, and Swap. So technically, yeah, they did have to use 3 ults, but just to get Bat. But can they push a tower? They've only taken 1. Can they push this mid down? It's hardly had any damage on it at all. There's a hopeful arrow. Oh, just misses Fodor.
Getting kills like that is going to get increasingly difficult as the game goes on. The only reason they got that was because Mute blinked into them.
Also, what's happening top?
It's push.
Yeah, I mean, this is what you're going to face. It's like you win a fight, he's tough to kill, Dazzle makes people tough to kill, you have to keep your eyes up for Batrider. So those 3, there goes the Storm actually looking for trouble, there goes the stun, Dazzle doing quite a bit of damage himself. Oh, nice Echo Slam, but I think they're going to turn it around. Dread Knight trying desperately to get out of there, Mute will TP out, he's got the Shallow Grave, he's able to... Oh no, he doesn't! What happened there?
Double edge.
Oh, the double edge cancelled his TP. But 4 die. They only lost Batrider, and now they're just going to barrel down mid. I really thought the Bat was going to TP out.
Did he start a TP? I didn't see.
Yeah, I thought he was TPing. He had Shallow Grave. I thought he was TPing out.
He started running with Firefly across here.
Yeah, but I'm going to have to watch it back on the stream, actually. I could have sworn that... I could have sworn... Never. I don't trust my old eyes.
But yeah, Reason tried to initiate into, 3 or 4, Dazzle, Wraith King. They do not care about Storm jumping in on top of them because they can use Grave, they can respawn. And the big thing was, Firefly was literally all around this area, so Reason were running into a lot of fire.
Yeah. They have a hood on Centaur. I think a pipe would be pretty big now, but they don't have a mech on anybody, do they?
No. They've got no natural mech carrier, and
Yeah.
Khan is so far behind on gold.
It's going to be tough. It's going to be very tough. Dread Knight, he's got he's nowhere near a Blink Dagger. Drums on Wraith King. Yeah, this is going to be very, very difficult for Reason now. But what can they do here late game? They can't even really get there, can they?
Well, this was a big problem I was talking about in the draft. The Mirana and Storm are mid-game carries.
Yeah.
They're not hard carries that can go into late game. They don't scale incredibly well. They rely on magical damage to pick people off, get a big arrow, then Vortex, Orchid someone if you get that early enough. But Storm, behind on farm, doesn't have Orchid. Mirana has Yasha Drums phase, doesn't have any big DPS output. And they're going against people who can survive for a long time or come back to life.
Yeah, really difficult. Ah man, the Rox lineup, I really do like it. The more I look at it, the more I think if I was in a pub game up against that, I'd just look at our lineup and I'd think I can see this going wrong in a whole bunch of ways. Batrider is just, I mean, you can see why he's such a popular hero because he's like Pudge. Like, you know that he doesn't even need to be like Pudge because he's so mobile. You know that threat is there at any point that you're going to get blink lassoed. It's horrible. I mean, the change that they made to him to limit the range of lasso kind of helped a little bit. They're going to catch Tom out here. And that is the burst damage they have is basically all Centaur, isn't it? They're kind of hoping that the double edge can do enough while they immobilize someone. Fodal tries to TP away, gets swapped back into the danger zone, and he will drop. But there's the song. Are they going to try and set something up here, or are they just going to back off? I think if the Dazzle had lived there, they would have turned around. Oh, Rhyme gets caught by the arrow. The pings go down, and he's saying, "Protect me, guys," but it's okay.
No, it was Groner saying, "I hit him, I hit him."
Oh, right. But there's nothing that they can really do there. And, how are we looking for farm now? Earthshaker 720. Wraith King, well, he's got Treads Drums and 900 gold. What do you get next on him? Do you get a BKB just because?
I would still love to see a blink because they've got the Batrider to blink lasso and drag one person back, maybe the Mirana. Then they've got Wraith King who can blink behind them and take out ES or Venge to stop the swap, to stop the Fisher, because that's what's going to disrupt their team fight. The Storm and Centaur, you know, they don't really care about them jumping into the team because they've got so much to heal and lock them down, so they you know, can just kite them pretty much.
I mean, I was just thinking that because they already have the setup with the Naga Song, walk in, the blink from Batrider, do they need another blink? But I mean, it is fun, and it does let you close the distance, which I think is obviously the Wraith King's biggest problem.
Really, in this lineup, the Naga Song is mainly defensive. They want
I think at this stage, but as the game goes on, they can sing and walk in to set things up. I think it makes it much easier. But they don't really need to do it like that because they just want to push towers when nobody's looking. They didn't get roached. They were pinging it a minute ago. I thought they were going to go for it, but instead I think they smoked and walked in there.
Gem on Wraith King. No more Moonlight Shadow shenanigans there for reason.
And he's a good guy to have it on. Hard to kill and has a stun. That's on a ridiculously low cooldown. 8 seconds. That is like one of the most spammable nukes in the game. I think the Batrider was thinking about going on Dread Knight there, but didn't have Blink or Force off cooldown, so either he missed or he thought better of it.
Gronos looks like he's going for a Desolator. Could be a BKB, but I think he goes for more damage here. Antam has Orchid as well, so we've got some items coming up for Reason. Can they make them work? Because once again, Dwayne the John Rockson farming efficiently in their own jungle. Mewtwo 4-2 might go for travels himself, give them even more map mobility.
Storm denying a tower. I'm just looking at them maybe thinking about doing Roche here. They're going to de-ward. Mute going with Firefly to get up there, and he'd had like 3 shots at it, and they were all uphill miss chances. Firefly went up there and took it out the old-fashioned way. This next fight is going to be big. That big fight around the 20 to 25 minute mark always seems to be the momentum going into the late mid and early late, if you like.
Well, it's pivotal Roshan time as well. Lycan on the team, his aim is to take Roshan 15 to 20 minutes into the game. But because they're Radiant, he hasn't really had that chance. Storm, Centaur, Mirana can all close the gap and get to that pit very quickly. So he needs the rest of his team sort of sitting around or even in the pit helping him while Rhyme split pushes to try and split Reason across the map to give them space. But I think Reason go for another smoke gang here, maybe a Mirana Moonlight Shadow. There is smoke on Khan, choosing not to use it.
They're looking for... They're all here. They're smoking up. I think this way they can use the Mirana ult to get out if things go bad, which they might. So the pings go down. They know where Rhyme's going to be. He sends in these illusions to try and... Well, he's just actually going to push this lane. Look at that. I mean, this is how quick these illusions push with the Radiance burn. Look at that. I mean, it's crazy that they proc everything. The Radiance and... It's ridiculous. They're barely like illusions at all. They are desperately looking for him. The one time that Rhyme isn't there, and they just know something's up. They're all missed, so they all just say, get out of the jungle. Rhyme is like, well, I'll go do other things elsewhere. I could just send my illusions up to push this lane all the way up to your tower, force you back.
Lycan sent Wolves into the Roche pit and then sent Wolves across the Ancients. Rhyme was scouting here with illusions. They had teammates here, so they knew that Reason weren't here. They knew Reason weren't here, So they're not going to be in their base. The only natural place for them to be is in their jungle.
Yeah.
So it was really nice process of elimination, finding out where they're not, and then realizing where they actually are.
We could be looking at a fight top here. They do have Mirana ult if they want to engage, which I think they should probably try and take out Nagasaran before she can sink. I would say the problem is that they're lacking... I mean, I think someone like Silencer might be good here for them, or would have been better, I think, maybe than the Earthshaker. Because he could have prevented that song, he could have set up the fight, you know, could have...
Prevented Grave?
Yeah, all kinds of stuff like that, but I mean... I don't know, they've gone for Earthshaker instead. I'm not quite sure what he's going to offer as the game progresses.
Well, they went for a very gimmicky, you know, we saw the ancient pulling strat.
Yeah.
But how close is he to a blink? He's got 1750.
Yeah, he's getting there.
Far. Try and prioritize the farm on him, Batrider.
He almost doesn't want this next fight to happen just yet.
Yeah.
He's like, just let me get this blink and then we'll do it. But it is only level 1 Echo Slam, so it's nice, but it's not going to be devastating.
But the gap between level 10 and 11 is really small, 600 experience, so he's not far away from that level 2 ulti.
Yeah.
I really like that change, to be fair, from Ice Frog. You get that level 2 ultimate a lot quicker.
Yeah.
Look at this Naga illusion, Riptide, and Dread's down to half health.
Crazy. Now imagine that. 3 of them with Radiance, and the neckbook creeps in there as well, punching away. It's going to be very, very difficult.
And Wolves.
Does Radiance Burn, I guess, doesn't work when you're... I mean, like, you know the way the Tombstone will continue to proc zombies, even under Song? That's like one of the only things that works under Song, isn't it?
That's because it's not doing damage, it's just making zombies appear.
Right.
Because you're invulnerable during Song. Things like Vacuum used to work in Song, which was stupid. Yeah. The damage didn't work, but the movement did.
That's crazy.
And there's one who I always forget. Swarm used to, but I don't think it does anymore, where you could weave a Swarm and let the minus armor stack up.
Regeneration.
Oh, here we go on the center. 142 gets caught out. Battler Suit. There's the poison touch as well. Can he get out of this? It doesn't look like he can. Locked down, held in place, taken down.
And this will be the top tier 2. They're going to follow up here. Dread trying to get out. Nagasaran's there. Has an ensnare. Does he have an ensnare? He does 7 seconds. He's just like, forget it, we'll just push the lane instead. They're able to run away with the Mirana ult. Dread didn't want to die there anyway. He's only 200 gold away from his Blink Dagger. This push is just disgusting, and this tower's going to absolutely vaporize.
Imagine if Dread had a blink right now. Look at that creep wave.
Yeah. Actually, that would be a really good reason to pick Earthshaker, because then you know you can blink in there. I don't know if the Naga illusions do they count for the purposes of the Echo?
Any unit.
Oh, buddy. Yeah, he needs it. He's just. If I were him, I would wait in base. You do not want to have to go back. If he can get this, there it is. And now Dread's ready. And you could look at a really big, nice dodge on the arrow from the Wraith King. They really could be looking at a very, very, very big turnaround. If he could have slammed in there, as you say, that would have been revolting. But I mean, just think about the damage that would be. If, let's say, once he hits level 11, the Echo damage is 55. That means if there are 10 things to echo off, you've got the base of 200 with the Echo of 500, say. So you're looking at a 7, even 800 damage
plus aftershock
in an AoE. So it does have every potential to turn a fight around. I just wonder if the Rock are going to be foolish enough to group up when they know he's got Blink now. It's going to be very difficult for them.
I think Rhyme is going to be sitting, behind the fight, allowing his illusions with the rest of his team pushing the tower. They take the brunt of the force.
Yeah.
But then once that Echo Slam comes in, he'll Song. Yeah. So that the Storm can't jump in, do damage, the Mirana can't get the damage off. But
they can disengage,
yeah. But
and Dazzle heal, walk back in.
Mainly it's going to be the Centaur, because once the Echo Slam, Fissure, Enchant Totem, then the Centaur comes in with a double edge and Stomp as well. That can wipe 4 people off the game.
Yeah. Of course, because the double edge is AoE. Yeah. I swear to God, one of the best, most fun games I had was when we had we went for the most manly macho team you could imagine.
Axe, Centaur,
Magnus.
Oh yeah.
And I think maybe someone like Sven as well, and someone else. It was ridiculous.
Tide Hunter.
Yeah, and Tide as well. And literally
all melee.
Just run at people, and like it's because if you get the RP into double edge, it's just ridiculous. So there is a very, very quick Roshan picked up by Reason. I swear to God, if they can land this Earthshaker, Fissure, and the Echo Slam in a big way, get like 2 or 3 guys wiped, they do have a chance here. The only thing I would say is that their push is nothing compared to the Rocks. And anytime they have a fight, they're going to have to just put up with the fact that either Lycan or Nagasiren is going to turn around and push their base in. And you're going to be like, oh, rat Dota.
Bloody rats.
Yeah.
But I think that's what Dwayne and John Rockson have to do. They have to split push now. They can't go like Bio Ball, 5-man, Illusions, all of their Necro units and Wolves into one place. They're going to have to... 142 in trouble. Wow.
Good Stomp and the Fisher as well for good measure. Storm Spirit going in.
Wrong.
Yeah, wrong one.
Correct. Yeah, they're going to have to slowly chip
these
away.
These illusions, they might finish off Dread. No.
Dread and
God damn.
We're going to have to slowly chip away at the tier 3s. The top one's nearly down, to be fair to them, and Tom's sitting up here. He knows that.
Well, he's got Netbook 3 and his Wolves and Vlad's, so he can just push to his heart's content. So while they're fighting mid, he's pushing the other base. It's brutal. It's really efficient, effective Dota. I don't know how you counter it, other than with push of your own. Because what people will say is, oh, you need to win your lanes really hard and shut them down. But let's say that you pick a lineup that's good at that, and you spend 10 minutes shutting them down. It's too easy for him to get away. There's a swap.
Can they kill him?
I don't think they can. He's just too fast.
They've still got Blink on Centaur. 3 seconds.
There's the Stampede. He wants him.
They'll catch him. It's easy.
No,
Blink
he's
stun.
away.
Blink stun.
Oh,
don't even need
got
it.
him. They got him.
So I think, optimally, Tom should have TP'd there. BKB run into the trees somewhere here and TP.
Yeah.
Because after the swap, they've got nothing to cancel that to cancel the TP through BKB. But instead, he tried to just run away. Boosted travel here from the Naga, continue the push on top lane. So they've forced all of the mana of Reason to be used on Lycan.
Yeah.
And then Rhyme comes and takes his place and continues the push. It's disgusting.
So anyway, like I was saying about how you counter it, and people will say, oh, you just need to shut the lane down much harder. So this is the problem I see, certainly at the pub level, is that we say, oh, it's okay, we'll just make sure that we gank the so-and-so, whoever it is, anti-mage, say. And you do that for 10 or 15 minutes. And then you have to get busy doing other things. You're pushing towers yourself, you're taking team fights against the other 4 team members, and meanwhile, because they're so good at farming, it doesn't really matter if they didn't have a great start. If they're decent players, they can quickly catch up, and all of a sudden you're facing the same problem. Yeah. It's really tough.
Well, it's like, against this Lycan, even if they'd gone aggressive tri-lane and for the first 10 minutes killed him 3 times, he would have gone into the jungle, had a Vlad, 5 minutes later than usual, but he would still be very effective at pushing lanes, getting back into the game.
Yeah, and I mean, now that Nagasiren's got those boots of travel, and look at the items that he's got. I guess is he getting a Lincoln's next?
Lincoln's is a possibility because they've got lots of single target. There's Arrow, there's Orchid, I think, is the main one he's worried about, but Manta Style can break through that.
Yeah.
There's Swap and Stun from Venge. Gronners, you have to be careful here. There's Naga illusions everywhere, and Snare, leap to dodge.
He does an awful lot of damage, this Nagasiren. Look at this. I mean, this the Michael skills. Handling all these illusions, pushing. Gronners needs to be very careful. It's Manta illusions versus Manta illusions.
But the Naga illusions
oh
are
my
so much
God.
more powerful.
Yeah. Gronners and Dread both in trouble. This is the problem. They're just going to be forced to retreat and retreat and retreat. Their world is shrinking. They're in a black hole.
Oh yeah, they are held in their own base. They can't even farm their jungle. Lycan and Naga are just rotating through these camps. Ancients are off limits, pretty much. Wraith King has been sitting bot, pushing this lane in. Batrider is farming his own jungle. Where do Reason go from here? Because they need some more big items. Storm, oh, he's nearly got Hex. He can go and buy Hex now.
That would be big.
If he can Orchid the Dazzle, Hex the Lycan or the Naga and try and take them down.
Okay, now what they need to do is win a fight.
Naga builds a Hex, wow. I was not expecting that.
Okay. Why the heck not, I guess, huh? I mean, I guess who's he worried about? Centaur? Storm? So, with the Hex the Storm comes in, Hex him, kill Storm.
Yeah, because Storm doesn't have a BKB and Rhyme knows that.
Yeah.
Unconventional item build, but it works.
And with that Diff Blade as well, he knows he can just take all his mana away and there's a dead Storm. Okay, Rhyme straight up, pushing the base, no probs.
Who's here to defend?
Yeah, what are you going to do? All you have to do is walk away, his illusions will finish the job. Rat Doto. Storm, Antab wants trouble. Oh, he's in. He's looking for him. Rhyme kills Gronners, has the Aegis. Storm trying to get away, has no mana, will sing and finish it off.
That was interesting.
Oh my god, what's happened to my... Look at my Dota.
Oh god, no!
What's happened?
It's broken. I don't know. But Tom's in the midst of things here. I'm going to fall, Dread Knight. Oh, Grona's finishing that off. 1-4-2 in the midst of things here. And your Dota is completely broken.
Oh my god, I need to take a screenshot of this.
Centaur blinks in. Tom going to fall to the Mirana. Oh no, nice grave from Foudal there, saving his life. But Foudal goes Scepter to dodge that last hit. And Mute
I'll have to
finding
watch
Grona.
screen.
This is so funny.
There are giant red beams shooting out of my Dota screen. Look at this. I've never seen anything like it. It's like the weirdest graphical glitch. It's just... Look at this. It's the graphics card is completely fried. What's happening? Someone kill that barracks.
Well, it looks like Reason has held off the attack for now. I think he might just have to restart the game.
Do you reckon? I'll try disconnecting and reconnecting. This game is safe to leave. I don't want to disconnect, do I? Let's just quit and restart Dota.
The one thing there was Rhyme using ultimate to escape and then turning it off a second later. I think he was maybe expecting the rest of his teammates to come straight in. But if he'd kept the song up for the full duration, his team would... Oh, Foudal dies. Grona's continued chasing all the way down the river.
They've got 4 there. I was so distracted. I missed the massive fight. I literally couldn't see anything. I apologize. I was... my screen turned into a load of red and black lines and it all went crazy. So
you saw the underside of the map.
Yeah. It's like in games when you fall through the map and you suddenly feel like talk about breaking the immersion.
Yeah.
Did we get the Blink Echo Slam? Did that do work? Or
Was
Dread
don't know.
structures are fortified.
Now they've got some push here. Now they've got a chance here. I wonder if Reason can pull this back. Steam was unable to secure files. Play it anyway, for Christ's sake.
Just go. Just go.
This is Joe's setup. He's still got the opening movie on. What a casual.
Oh no, mine had as well. You've got
really?
to disable it every time you start.
I thought it was part of the cloud save thing.
No.
Okay. Reconnect.
Puck.
The puck loading screen is what Joe's got. Okay, so what can Reason do here? They managed to fend them off. They lost a tower. They didn't lose racks. I wonder if they can get the Aegis again. I think if Rhyme gets the Aegis, gets the next Aegis, then they've got a real problem. Or Lycan. But if they can maintain that Roche control, in terms of team fight, they obviously show that they can do it. They can win.
Go and look at the
and my
dive base.
Dota is now fixed.
It's
Thank
fine.
goodness. Grona's doing a lot of damage. He's got 3 grand in the bank as well. Storm Spirit has his Hex, has his Orchid.
Where'd you go as Gronas? Do you go for crit? Do you go for BKB?
I don't know. Blade Mail on Wraith King and Blink. So.
Where's the refresher? I'm waiting.
Well, he's only got 600 gold. Arrow, speculative.
Well, range racks falls to illusions.
Yeah.
And Antab is dying to illusions.
Yeah. This is going to be a big problem for them as the game goes on.
Rhyme comes in, hexes Gronas. We're not going to follow up on that.
Yeah, just look at that. I mean, the Nagasaran just has to...
Here comes Bat right in. Nice blink. Oh,
Swap
swap from Khan!
Well done, Khan, but he's going to pay for it. He dies, as does Dread anyway. Round the back, Centaur trying to catch someone out. They're going to take the racks. Prizes all round. And the...
Rypex winning items.
Yeah.
Hashtag corrupt admins.
Did he really? Oh,
yeah,
that's disgusting.
He's won 2 or 3 this game.
Dire's middle tower has
terrible. What a cheat. And in goes the stomp from Centaur. Oh, Wraith King punching Mirana. Stampede, but it doesn't matter. They've lost 2 racks.
He's going to lose a third here.
Yeah, and Ryan's going to finish off Bron. So much damage. Another stun. Pipe won't save you now. Gets the stomp off, but the Radiance Burn doing work. Almost dies to that.
Oh no.
And GG called.
That's game 1 of the best of 3 going the way of Dwayne the John Rockson. Nice draft. I've got to say, they pretty much outdrafted Reason.
Yeah.
A couple of misplays from Reason, but then they brought it back at the 25-minute mark. They defended well. They got a few nice pickoffs. Smoke Gang's working well for them. But the Rock just out-farmed them, way too efficient, and increased that lead over and over. I mean, at the end, as the graphs break, I think they had, 25k lead over Reason.
Yeah, and Nagasaran 616, 487 last hits. Dominant stuff, and I honestly think Naga Lycan, you can't let that happen. I know that they banned Shadow Fiend out, but I think Lycan and Nag are too strong.
Yeah.
Too strong. Anyway, that was game 1. We've got game 2, and possibly a game 3 coming up after that.
Yeah.
I don't know how long the break is going to be, a 5 minutes, 10 minutes, but we'll be back in a bit.